In today's video, we're going to cover some condos for sale that have had massive price reductions. That's right. In today's market, there is more buying opportunity than ever. Condos are staying on market for a long time. They're having a hard time moving. The ones that are moving are the ones that are the diamonds in the rough, the exceptions to the case, because the case simply is a lot of Toronto condos for sale are going through multiple price reductions in order to sell. So in today's video, we're going to do what we do once a month, cover some units for sale that have had price reductions. While doing that, talk about the units, the buildings, different areas, give you some feedback on which buildings I like, which buildings I don't like, pros and cons of different buildings, and anything else I think is interesting. All right, guys, so we have the MLS system open right now, and big picture, for an example, right, if we just look at GTA wide, right, condos GTA wide, in the last 7 days, there have been a total of 589 price changes. If we change this to, for example, the last 3 days, we see a total of 220 price changes. This is not even accounting for the, terminated and suspended and expired. Downtown alone, there has been in the last, once again, 7 days, 148 price changes. This is just purely price changes because oftentimes a lot of listings terminate and relist at a new price to refresh the listing. So some of these terminated ones can also be considered price reductions or price changes. Okay, now we have a complete list of the 278 units that have price changed in the last 7 days in the city of Toronto, just Toronto. GTA, as we discussed earlier, we have to go like 500. Maybe I could create a separate video for GTA wide, consider other areas. In the left column here, we have the original price. In the other column, we have the new price. So for example, this one is ridiculous. 18 Maitland, original price was $429,000. Now they've price reduced $200,000 to $249,000. Let's see what stands out here, shall we? Let's take a look at this one. 30 Tretty Way, unit 602, a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom, originally listed for $550,000. Now the new price is $499,000, a $50,000 price drop. And this building was selling at really ridiculously high prices during the peak of the market. Some 2-bedrooms were selling for like $750. Some 2-bedrooms were selling for around $750, which is really high. Obviously, you can not even smell those numbers anymore in today's market. This building has a lot of miniature 2-bedrooms. These photos are pretty representative of the sizes you'll be dealing with in this building. I mean, take a look at this, 500 to 599 square feet for 2 bedrooms, 2 washrooms. That's very little. You can also see more modest price drops. For instance, this unit 8 Mercer, unit 318, a 1-bedroom, 1-washroom, originally priced at $518,000, now priced at $502,000, a 16,000 price point drop. 8 Mercer is my preferred building on the Mercer Street. I like it better than the other Mercer buildings. It is the oldest one, and sometimes the older buildings are the better ones. By the way, if you want to know more of my opinions on Mercer Street condos, I created this whole entire video talking about the Nobu condos and the other Mercer Street condos. Go check that out. But yeah, so although this is my favorite building on the Mercer Street, still pretty miniature. It's decent. The view is not anything special due to the nature of Mercer Street itself is so narrow, so buildings are so close to each other that oftentimes in this building you're going to have obstructed views, and then this is not staged well, right? So these types of units don't show well in today's market. Now, just so you're aware, if you see a situation like this where, for instance, we have this unit in Edgewater, 1 Edgewater, unit 29, you see the original price was $499, new price is $545. You might ask yourself, why is that the case? I've explained this many times, but maybe I should explain once again for new viewers of this channel. When you see a price increase in a down market, it means previously it was priced at an offer night, what they believe to be below market value, an auction style selling method, and it didn't work out. Now they're relisting what they believe to be fair market value. In this case, let's take a look at this listing. 1 Edgewater, obviously I'm a huge fan of 1 Edgewater as a building. It's one of my favorite buildings by the water, along with the other Tridel buildings, 15 and 55 Merchants Wharf. I really like the towers. My clients in that building thus far are very satisfied. And this is a pretty good picture actually. Maybe I'll use this for a background of a thumbnail or something. The lobby, the Tridel standard, high quality, but it is small. This is probably the smallest unit in this building. It's very reminiscent of 25 Agile grade away. It doesn't have water views. As you guys can see, this unit is very narrow. Once again, the furniture does not help matters whatsoever. At $545,000 on a per square foot price basis, according to what the building is selling at, it's probably not egregiously overpriced, but in today's market, there should be more room to negotiate down this price. Speaking of negotiating down prices, every purchase we've made thus far this year for clients for condos, we have negotiated on prices, terms, and conditions. And that applies to last year. So for any buying inquiries, you already know what to do. Get in touch with me. My link is in the bio. What I talk about on this channel is not purely from the seat. I'm out there actively every single day. And the last thing, this is important. There's a new WhatsApp group chat that I have made exclusively for distressed and motivated listings. In that chat, I will be sharing across distressed and motivated listings, whether it's homes, condos that come across my desk, whether it's a client of mine, whether it's something I know about, whether it's something on the Realm system that I find or come across. So we'll be sharing interesting opportunities in that chat. The link to join is in there, along with my other WhatsApp group chat, which is for general market stats. If you're not tired of me by now, definitely do yourself a favor. Make sure you're tired of me shortly by joining more stuff that I send your way. Now let's go into the higher price points a bit for more proper 2-bedrooms. This one seems very enticing. 15 Merchants Wharf, unit 741, listed at $839,000. It was originally listed at $900,000+. So well into the $70,000 price point drop. 790 square feet. And not only was it listed for $919,000, but it seems as if they also listed it for $980,000 last year and $1,080,000. So a long way down from $1,080,000 to what they currently listed at $839,000. Let's take a look at the unit itself. A big fan of 15 and 55 Merchants Wharf once again. I am a Tridel fanboy, proudly speaking so. And yeah, this is probably one of the more questionable layouts. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but due to the nature of these Merchant Wharf buildings and the Edgewater buildings, you're gonna have a lot of angular layouts. It's not clean 90-degree angles. It kind of cuts into the unit a bit. Sometimes like a pizza slice shape to the floor plans. This one doesn't suffer as much from that. Decent space for dining. Your standard wall kitchen, but at least you have space for dining, or if you want to install some sort of island. Actually, a unit I purchased for a client in 25 Adria Greater Way, they didn't have an island, but had space enough for our island. So we actually bought it at a pretty decent price and then did the work ourselves to install an island. Good lighting in the bedroom here. 2 full washrooms. It seems as if we have 2 full washrooms, which I wouldn't, I'm not surprised whatsoever. And 1 parking, 790 square feet, $755 for maintenance. I mean, purely from the price they started at to where they are right now, this is a very enticing option, especially given the quality of the building. The only thing is it might lack water views because of the western exposure. So ideally, when you buy an Aquilina, you want to get the water views. Let's keep going. 575 Bloor Street, another Tridel building. We've talked about that a lot on this channel, so we'll skip that one for now. Let's see. What else can we talk about? All right, we can talk about this one. 2200 Lakeshore Boulevard, unit 3201. 2 bedrooms, 2 washrooms, originally listed for $938,000, now listed for $898,000. And I like 2200 Lakeshore Boulevard, I really do. It's probably one of my favorite set of buildings because this one, 2212 and 2220 are all 3 sister buildings in Mimico, Etobicoke. Better than the Shore Breeze buildings for sure, but they're on the other side of Park Lawn. And great water views for this. This clearly has been on the market a long time because the water doesn't look like that anymore. And a really good building. Oh wow, this is pretty decent. This is pretty good. You will see some wear and tear. Like at this point, I'm an expert, so like I can tell you that in person, you will see more wear and tear on the cabinets than it appears here. But great corner unit with great water views. Full-size appliances. The building itself, once again, is pretty good. It has some of the biggest amenities I've ever seen. If you're actually into really amenity heavy buildings, especially huge, gigantic gyms, 2200 to 2212 and 2220 Lakeshore are your best bet. But these 3 buildings do have one catch, which is the traffic at the bottom can be really bad because you also have a Loblaw, not a Loblaws, you have a Metro, I believe, and you have an LCBO, you have a couple of restaurants, Shoppers, So people are always parking, people going to the buildings. It really is like bumper cars at the bottom. And it's Etobicoke. At the end of the day, Southern Etobicoke wouldn't be Southern Etobicoke without awful traffic. I mean, it's kind of part of the feature of the area, I guess. 488 University Avenue, unit 2208. Initially listed for 11 million. Now listed for $928,000. No, this is not a $10 million price drop. It's just an error that was fixed. And when you take on a listing, I really think that mistakes, accidents happen all the time. But how do you confuse $928,000 with 11 million? Not quite sure what went into that. I'd be curious to find out. But putting aside what seems to be $10 million price drop, 488 University Avenue is not a good building. It's a building to avoid. Just recently, I helped some lovely buyers from this channel purchase something on University Avenue. It was kind of thinking between 488 and 426. 426 is far head and shoulders better than 488. And we purchased a pretty good unit for a pretty good price in the low 600s in 426 University Avenue, as opposed to going for something that was a little bit fancier in 488 University Avenue, but 488 University is god awful.
My Toronto condo buyers wanted to buy a condo near the university and the hospitals on University Avenue, and they wanted to go for this god awful building of 488 University Avenue. It's a long story why I don't like it, but anyways, I told them no, this one is much better. We're talking about 426 University Avenue. So if you're looking to buy something close to the hospitals or close to UFT on University Avenue, 426 University is a much preferred option over 488 University Avenue. We purchased a wonderful 2-bedroom for my clients in the low 600s. If you want to know which buildings to go to and which buildings to avoid, all you got to do is follow me for more. For any buying, selling, leasing inquiries, you got to get in touch with me, man. I'm the Toronto condo connoisseur. No one knows the Toronto condo market better than I do.
All right, guys, that is it for this round. Let me know if you want me to do more of these videos. Furthermore, join the brand new WhatsApp group chat, not the one that you're already part of in terms of the market updates, the one for distressed listings, where I share across distressed and motivated sellers. It's 100% anonymous. Only I can see who's part of the group. Furthermore, for any more buying, selling, leasing inquiries, do what a lot of people have done. Get in touch with me. Check out my Google reviews. My link is in the description. Set up a call. It's easier than ever. And lastly, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned, subscribe. Talk to you later.